Hey guys, Triple B here! Bit of an unfortunate thing we have to say today. In the Fancy Fart, Galarian Weezing took second place at the Knoxville Regionals, piloted by Brandon Salazar. Pretty cool. Definitely interesting seeing D-block cards. Most of this deck is all D-blocks. They're about to rotate. They're still seeing relevance in the meta, which is very impressive. So if you haven't seen Galarian Weezing before, very frustrating card to play against. Has the ability Neutralizing Gas. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon in play have no abilities except for Neutralizing Gas. So if it's Weezing against Weezing, they both have Neutralizing Gas. Cool, that'd be a really exciting mirror. Everything else though, no abilities. So if you're hitting Lugia Vstar, they're not going to be able to get their Archie-ups from the discard if you've got this set up. If you're up against Lost Box, Compies aren't going to be able to do flower selection to get things in the Lost Zone and start proccing their guys. So theoretically, up against Lost Box, you just have two Galarian Weezings in play. Even if they escape rope, you're just bouncing into the other one. They're not getting anything in there. They're just using Colress and manually attaching, and you're slowly getting ahead in the prize trade because with severe poison for one dark energy, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. But instead of taking, 1 damage between turns, they're going to take 4. It's a little bit silly. So those Compies with 70 HP, they're just going to get killed coming back into your turn. And we do have ways to scale up this damage. So if you have Radiant, Hisuian, Sneasler on your bench, its ability Poison Peak is going to increase the poison damage by an extra 2 damage counters each turn. So Weezing's going to be doing 4, add another 2, 60 damage between turns. It's pretty solid. It does also have an attack and poison jab for dark and 2 colorless, 90 damage, and it poisons your opponent's active. So effectively 110 because they're going to be taking another 20 once they're poisoned. Back to the Weezing though. It does evolve from Coughing with the attack Ascensions. Search your deck for a card that evolves from this Pokemon and evolve up into it. So if you're going second, attach an energy for turn, use Ascension, Weezing's in play. Up against Lugia, that's kind of your out because now it goes back to them. They evolve up into the Vstar, but they can't use the ability, and you've kind of just sat there and go, all right, cool, what are you going to do now? There's also another way to evolve up into Weezing in Boost Shake. So even if you're going first, you could theoretically use Boost Shake and evolve your Coughing up into a Weezing on that first turn. And it's just sitting there going, all right, cool, up against Lost Box, your Compies, they have no abilities. It's a little bit silly. It's just a one-off in the deck, but we can use things like Forest Seal Stone just to search through the deck, grab that card, and get the Weezing going ASAP. The secondary attacker, which you'd think would be the main attacker of the deck, is Eternatus Vmax. So if you haven't seen this before, very, very interesting card, similar to Mega Rayquaza EX if you played back in the day. Has the ability Eternal Zone. If all of your Pokemon in play are dark types, you can have up to 8 Pokemon onto your bench, so similar to Skyfield, which was in play with Mega Rayquaza back in the day. But if you have any non-dark Pokemon in play, you can't use this ability. So it's kind of the trade-off, and once this ability is in play, you can't play any non-dark Pokemon. Its attack, Dread End, is also going to combo very nicely with this ability. For each dark Pokemon in play, you're going to do 30 damage. So if you have this in the active, 8 guys on your bench, 9 cards, 9 times 3, you're doing 270, just shy of taking out V-Stars. But if you attach a Choice Belt, brings that up to 300. Or if you play a Zigzagoon, extra 10 damage to the guy in the active, follow up with 270, 280 to get that perfect number to hit into V-Stars. It's very effective. Also, the fact that you can just be poisoning things with Weezing to be softening guys up. So up against other Vmaxes, hit them with Weezing, turn off their abilities, they take a bit of damage, retreat into this, follow up with Dread End for a big number and take that knockout. It's a little bit silly. Does evolve from Eternatus V, has the attack Power Accelerator, does 30 damage for a colorless energy, and you can attach a dark energy from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. Just a handy way to be able to accelerate some energy out. Secondary attack being Dynamax Cannon does 120 damage, and if your opponent's active is a Pokemon Vmax, 120 more. Not super relevant. It's a lot of energy to be paying, and not a great number to be hitting. 240 when you could just evolve up and have 2 energy and do 270. It's pretty straightforward, which is the better option to be going for. And our final attacker in the deck is Drapion V, which does help out in the Mew matchup since Wild Style is going to reduce the attack cost of this by 1 colorless energy for each of your opponent's Single Strike, Rapid Strike, and Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So effectively, Dynamic Tail can be used for free up against Mew, hit weakness into them, take out a Vmax, then you just follow up with an Eternatus later, hit another Mew Vmax, just fixes up that prize trade, so you're going with a 2-prizer and then a 3-prizer for knockouts instead of 3-prizer into 3-prizers. Good way to fix up that math. For Draw Sport, we are running 4 copies of Crobat V, and the other tech cards being 2 copies of Zigzagoon and the Sneasler we've already mentioned. That's it for the Pokemon, and then for the trainers, we've got 2 copies of Dark Patch just to help accelerate energy out. If you've got a Dark Energy in your discard pile, you can use this, attach it to one of your bench guys, just an effective way to get some energy rushed out. For Switch, we've got 2 copies of Escape Rope, 1 copy of Switch, and then for Pokemon Search, we've got 4 Quick Balls, 4 Ultra Balls. Stadiums, we've got 3 copies of Temple of Sinnoh, just very helpful up against Lugia. Makes it so those powerful energies aren't so powerful. They're just going to be counting as colorless energies and can disrupt some other guys that are seeing a lot of play, like Reggie's. For some Gust, we've got 2 copies of Boss, 1 copy of Serena as a Gust and Draw pivot, and then for Straight Draw, we've got 4 Marnies and 3 copies of Judge. So pretty disruptive deck in a lot of ways. Weezing starting off abilities, Judge and Marnies are messing with your opponent's hands. It's a little bit silly and a bit toxic, I'll be honest. Not really my favorite card, but it did get 2nd place, so we've got to kind of visit it. Best way to beat your enemies by knowing their deck, so giving it a try is always worth some time. For tool cards, we've got 1 copy of Big Parasol, 1 copy of Choice Belt, and then the 2 copies of Forest Sealstone previously mentioned. For energies, we've got 7 basic darks, helps to proc those dark patches, and then 1 copy of Hiding Dark Energy. So as long as this is attached to a Pokemon, it counts as a dark energy, and if it's attached to a dark Pokemon, they have free retreat. Do keep in mind, Temple of Sinnoh is going to turn off that effect, so just be mindful of that. It can kind of shoot you in the foot if you're not paying attention to your own stadium and are trying to use it as a switch card. That's the deck list. If you like it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you can keep up with the meta and know more shenanigans like this is coming out. Let's jump on ladder though and see how we go with this. Okay, we've got the Forest Sealstone, that's cool. We're going 2nd though, and we've got Ascension with an energy. Up against Mew, so I think we just go bench this for a Sealstone, get into a switch, Drapion, come up, knock that out. Alright, double Mew, that's fine. Yeah, I guess the Oricorio doesn't even make sense for them in this matchup. We're hitting weakness, like, we're hitting them. 20 damage isn't making any difference. You'd wait for the Vmax for the Drapion? Yeah. Maybe not a bad call. That so that if we do hit it with the Weezing, it puts a bit more pressure on them. The Forest Sealstone doesn't make sense. Yeah, we may as well play it right now. It's like we could use it to get into... Yeah. Boost Shake. There we go. It's not Protest this time. We do that. It ends our turn, but we have Marnied them. So it kind of puts that bit of pressure of like, they don't have Genesect now. Have they gotten an alright enough hand off Marnie? Or we put them in enough of a pinch point that they're going to have to just pass through this. Silene. Interesting. What are they putting back? All right. The Weezing just bullies the Mew. Like, yeah, I can't draw cards. What is going on here? That's a bit spice. Wait, is it? No, because this can't accelerate energy to that. It only goes to the water guys. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So he's paying the rapid strike flow with that. But no, that's not how that works. We escape rope, they bring up probably the Crobat. Maybe we just hold. I think we just hold. Yep, that's fine. I did not sequence that. It's like I should have used this first. Okay, Parasol's probably not coming up in this matchup. They could be using like the Paralysis Articuno, I suppose. Yeah, I think we just quickball this away. We get into an Eternatus. Hold the Ultra Ball for next turn to get into a Crobat to use properly, like I should have done there. And yeah, we just do this. And yeah, still getting over the sick. They take knockout here? Yeah, they do. We'll just check that active. This is fighting weak. We want it nowhere near this. Like even just having that active feels pretty foolish. Get into a Crobat. We need a lot of pieces here. Got pretty close to the pieces. Okay, Ultra Ball, they get into the VMAX? Oh, they get into Crobat. Yeah, fair. Is that the altar? That's sick. Yeah, 170 out of 163. So many Cramorants. This and this? Oh, no, he's just messing up my bench. Okay. I see how it is. Well, does he have a switch? Does not have a switch. Alright. We need to deal with that somehow. Yeah, I think we just pass through. If they don't switch out, comes back to us, that dies to poison. They likely put that active. We escape rope, quick ball, get into Crobat, get into a new hand. So they bring that active, it's got the energy to hard retreat. Ample to turn off the Rapid Strike energy is helpful too. Like, I don't know that I want to Marnie or Judge him. I'm like tempted to get another return to just going, to be honest. They attach per turn, they could take out the 2 Crobats. We just need a way to get this out of the active, retreat into this swing for the knockout. And looking like they don't have the attachment per turn. Okay. We escape rope. They likely just bring that active. Everything else is in range though. Just mindful that if we do that, that can just pivot. Does what, 150? Oh, actually it doesn't even take a one shot. You know what, maybe we do go for that then. We'll just go for swings with the Eternatus. Alki could eat a hit though too. We need to get, okay, they didn't even bring it active, cool. Have they played Marnies yet? Do we need to be worried about it? I don't think we need to be worried about Marnies. We just hold these for next turn, attach, ping, draw power if we need it. I think we're in a good way. We've got, what, 7 in plays, 2 10s, so that definitely takes a knockout here. Yeah, it should be game. Okay. Oh, okay. Roxanne complicates things. Just saying how we didn't see draw our disruption, and then we get slapped with some pretty painful disruption. Yeah, they take out the Crobats. Okay. We need to refill the entire bench here. Oh, that seems fun. Actually, hang on. Do this. Should have another Crobat. Yeah, like we get there. Okay, we can find our way into a energy. We're in a good way. Path. I think I just do this then. I don't even bench anything else. If I bench any of these, it gives them the option to escape rope, whereas we do this and it's like, hey, you can't do anything. Pompey can't proc. If I severe poison him, 40. He just switching cards out of it, right? We boss that up though. This turns off the sneezer. I was gonna say ping sneezer that's 70, but that shuts off the sneezer. No, this should be fine. They've got a switch card, but like we can sit here and just take a bit of damage. Because like the thing that would be a threat to us is Cramorant, but this shuts off its ability. But even if they did somehow get 4 things in the Lost Zone, like Chorus and Vacuum, the ability doesn't proc. They have to pay the energy cost for it. If this hard retreats to avoid the poison, we just boss it up. Or ideally find a counter stadium by that point and just kill the Confi. Funny that the path to the peak does shut that off though as well, but this shuts that off anyways. Oh, Weezing. You fancy fart. Just ruining everyone's day. Okay, so they are getting the Sableye out of the active at least. Ooh, I benched another one. Yeah. We take a prize though. If they've got another escape rope, alright. might be a bit dangerous, but... That'll do it too, that'll do it too. Okay. I just want to get this second one set up. That might have given them the little bit of fuel they needed to get back into the game. Oh, or not. But yeah, if you want that win, you want that win. They take 40 bouncing back to them. We could go Ultra Ball to get into the Zigzagoon to kill that. Or we bump the Stadium and get into a Sneasler. Yeah, I kind of like that idea, actually. Going a little aggressive here. Just gives us a way that, like, we kill this in one go, we kill this in one go. It does give them an out as well to be able to use Escape Rope and start proccing things again, right? Like, they use Escape Rope, Cramorant comes active, theoretically complicates things. Well, not Escape Rope, because we would just go into this, but like Boss's Orders. Yeah, I feel like we've just kind of locked him out of the game at this point. Not a very fun deck. Like, if you want some cheesy wins, cool, like, kind of cool way to do it, but never fun to be on the receiving end, and yeah, that's my thoughts at least. We have a way to kill this though. I don't think we have a way to kill it in one go. Very exciting stuff happening. They have another basic or no? Okay, they've gotten out to another basic. Another Cramorant. Okay. They've lost on the boss, so we know that they have boss. They've discarded a boss as well. Yeah. I don't think they're having a good time. Okay, they scoop up Net. I'm thinking we put down... Oh, what are they vacuuming? Oh, Mirage Gate, okay. They can get an attacker online. Pass per turn, Shred. Oh, up is Seeking. Dangerous, but effective. Yeah, I think we start setting up another guy then. That's the game plan they're going for. We have to respect and be ready for a counter into it. We could go for the Crobat to get some draw support. It does put extra prizes on the field for them to be able to take, though. But at this point, we want to basically just be setting up to have attackers ready to go. Holding the escape rope as well wouldn't be a bad shout, but at the same point, if we get rid of this, get into another attacker, I think it's probably the safe bet. And holding this Vmax is definitely a safe call. Don't really want to Marnie them. Proc the Severe Poison. It does force them to have to use the first attack, right? Even though they have, what is it, 10 cards in the lock zone to use Star Requiem. Because of our ability, it shuts off their ability, and Star Requiem... Oh, actually Star Requiem's an attack, not an ability. No, they should be able to use that still if they wanted to. But the fact that they would have to loss zone free energy away is kind of funny. Or they're just going for Shred. Okay. We've got to do 160. Make that 150. And we're doing what? 160 or 6 is 180? Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I felt like a bully there. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you need some more deck lists, they should be popping up on the screen right now. Till next time, though, take care of yourself.